Welcome to the WTB podcast, and I am your host. I am Mike McCann, and I'm here with two of the Halls, and I ain't talking about cough drops. I'm here with our super duper producer, Jalen Hall, and my other brother, Gary Hall. Today, we're going to be missing Gregory Hall. He's going to be out of town, MIA, so we're going to be going ahead and doing this three-way, and we're going to get right to it today.
What up?
Not much, but no, it's
Talk to me.
But today we're going to go ahead and start off with, I guess, some random news out there. Glorilla, hey, if anybody didn't hear, at her concert, unfortunately, there was 9 people trampled. 8 people ended up injured. 1 ended up dying, and 2 of them are in critical condition. So it's like, once again, we haven't really made it safe at any music venues, especially in certain cities, considering Travis Scott and some other people who's had some incidents that's taken place over the last.
Yeah, Playboy Cardi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, hey, some of these situations look dangerous.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You go to certain concerts, certain venues, hey, take on certain situations.
Yeah.
So, hey, what really drove for the people to be trampled?
Oh, apparently somebody heard gunshots. So that led to mass.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so that's the thing is it was gunshots that led to it. And it's like, well, I guess that would lead me to run as well. But I just hate the thought that I would actually get trampled. Which, I've heard people talk about getting caught up at concerts and where they get caught and they're like airborne and their feet aren't on the ground because they're in such a mosh of people.
Right, yeah.
So,
it's a situation to me. It's kind of like, if you in a crowd and you hear gunshots, you're not going to stand still.
No.
But it's really nowhere to go.
Right.
So wherever the crowd start moving towards or gravitating towards, you better go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't move with that, you probably going to fall and get trampled.
I think the issue is that even though everybody's going in the same direction, that's how everybody gets trampled.
It's just you're going to have to move with the crowd, but best you can.
That's not what the issue
it's no, because like I say, everybody finna panic.
Yeah.
So it's really no plan here. It's like, I don't know where the gunshot's coming from, left, right, whatever, but wherever the crowd go, you just kind of move with it. You can't go against it. You know what I'm saying? Because you go against it, I'm thinking you finna get smoked. You might well just took the gunshot, maybe.
I'm just saying, everybody can start running in the same direction and can still
there's really no
over.
play. Right. I know you can. I'm just saying, but I'm saying you better keep up. Or
you can try your best. I just hate to believe I'd be one of those that got caught up like that. But hey, you never know. Somebody could just knock somebody out in the just trying to get out. And then they couldn't really help that they got clubbed.
Yeah, but
and then they just started getting stomped on after that because they didn't.
Some people just probably busting through the crowd,
Well, yeah,
knocking anybody out their way.
Exactly. So really,
they could have just knocked somebody over.
Yeah, and then they just started getting ran over.
Yeah, and that's it. Knocking everybody down.
The imagery just seems terrible.
It is. It's a bad situation. We pray for all that's in that situation, and maybe they can do something maybe in the future to rectify it, come up with a better game plan, or understand things happen in large venues.
Yeah.
And you got to be prepared for whatever may occur.
Right.
So, hey.
Yeah, I can definitely see a lawsuit coming their way soon. Sort of like talking about lawsuits. Tiger Woods, he's getting sued.
Ooh, Tiger.
So Tiger's getting sued over something.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Hey, it's over something that's obviously really funny. And
yeah, it is.
But it's funny. I'm sorry. It's more funny than it's not. Tiger got caught up basically sending his, now ex-girlfriend off. He sent some cronies, some special agents over to his house to send her on some fake trip to the grocery. Basically trying to send her on a fake trip to the grocery store, basically. And it's like, all right, yeah. We're going to go ahead, you can go out and go get you some stuff. And she was going to get driven out. And in the midst of getting driven out by Tiger's people and his, his agents, they ended up dropping her off at the airport, and well, they were delivering a message also from Tiger saying to never return, and you are done here.
Well, see, I'm kind of seeing where Tiger coming from. You know, the last incident we heard about Tiger, he was in the driveway getting his butt whooped.
No, there was.
I mean, with his wife, you know that. You know, so Tiger saying this situation occurred right here. You know, I'm gonna call it quits. But I'm not. I'm gonna do it in a way where I might not get harmed this time.
Yeah.
So I mean, because he obviously got whipped in his driveway and couldn't even make it out the driveway driving. He done got.
Well,
you know,
he panicked and then he drove into a tree.
So I know, but he got messed up
with his own golf club.
Well, she was chasing after him with a golf club.
Yeah.
And then he ended up panicking and jumping into the ride. She still chased him, hitting the ride, and then he ended up driving into the tree.
And in this situation right here, Tiger's like, she ain't gonna be nowhere around.
No. Well, he was nowhere near around. He was nowhere
we'll
around.
never see each other ever again. And like I say, I guess, you know, what is she? It says she's suing him for like
$30 million
for like not telling her she could live there.
Well, no, she believes she was a part of the tenancy of the house. So like because she was his girlfriend, and it's like,
and you owe me what?
Nothing. He doesn't owe her anything. She's just trying to pull whatever she can because she.
It's like, I want something from
Tiger.
Tiger.
Remember, she pulled Tiger. She was the
now if Tiger lose on the girlfriend tip, we lost. This world old. Yes. This is a girlfriend that at some point, if I want you gone, it don't matter how I let you go. You gone.
Yeah,
because you could have been here and it been a confrontation. Then the legal stuff kick in.
Yeah. Because
now it's your word against mine in this situation. So I'm sitting here thinking he probably really thought this out, considering, hey, he gave his wife up to $400, $500 million.
She had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Part of the island.
He ain't trying to go down no situation or nothing like that no more. And this is a girlfriend, not a fiance, not a boo buddy or whatever. Hey, obviously it can be over anytime it can be over. That's how girlfriends and boyfriends work, right?
Yeah.
So it was over. And he gave her a nice send away. And I actually read, I think he offered her to buy a crib.
I mean, probably.
Too. You know, he like, I'll hook you up, but you can't come back here.
You're done.
Yeah, I'll get you somewhere. And it was like a double wide trailer in Alabama, but I mean, that's on Tiger, you know. No.
But see, my thing is, she was the rebound. She was the one who saw Tiger after Tiger then effed up again, got all doped up and drove up off the highway in his Genesis and about destroyed himself.
Yeah.
So like
sponsored by Genesis.
Which was also an episode that you had last season.
Right.
So good episode.
It was actually. It's like episode 30 or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
But either way, so she was the girl who basically took care of Tiger after that. After he hit rock bottom again.
Oh,
she was the rebound. So she felt entitled. That's what I'm starting to think here, that she felt like she needed to be a part of the Tiger redemption story because Tiger was getting back on track, and you start seeing this woman over with Tiger at the tournaments, and you're like, who is that woman? She's very below average to be with Tiger. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, not going to say my thing is about Tiger. Tiger has
hold up. When you hit bottom, you start at the bottom.
And it's like he's still Tiger.
I know, but you still, like.
I know.
I mean, I'm Tiger, but, I don't feel like the Tiger I was when I was Tiger.
See, obviously.
I almost want to hit some caves or something now.
Obviously, because he sent her to the airport and it was like, it's time.
Yeah.
I remember who I am now.
Yeah.
And it's time for me to upgrade.
Yeah.
It's time.
I remember who
I remember who I am, and it's time for me to go back to
do way better.
He went to Waffle House, and now he went back to Bennigan's. He said it's time for him to upgrade. Because that's what Greg always says. That's the spot that he loves to go to is Bennigan's. So I'm going to give him that. Or the country club. So he decided he's going to go back and upgrade and be the old Tiger. But now that, I also heard that, because people are upset that he got rid of this woman, that, the hate male comes out and the hate stuff because now he's gay again. So
Right, yeah.
that's the
Okay.
thing is stuff out that, you know, he likes men, which who knows? Honestly, I don't know. I don't care. But there was a long laundry list of women that everybody said he needed help. And Tiger had a problem and he was sick and needed rehab.
That was awfully gay in him to have that many women.
It was a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is like that little myth though. If you can sleep with 1 million women, that's one guy, you're gay.
Right.
So, I mean, it is one of those things. So it depends. It depends on how people want to look at it. For me, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, I mean, you can slip one in there, still means you're gay. It doesn't. I mean,
it's on
fine.
you.
Whatever your choice is to
It's
make,
on you,
that's
baby.
on you. But
That's how
I don't
that
know.
song go.
It just feels like that only
On
comes
me,
out.
It's on
obviously.
me. You know, so-
It just feels like it only comes out when people are upset, though.
Right.
Sort of like, you know, when people get upset with anybody, like we mentioned Kevin Samuels before,
Right.
he gay, you know, and that's the thing is when people get upset.
Especially, I noticed it's a comeback that a lot of black women use.
Yeah, it is.
That they will definitely throw that on you.
Yeah.
What? Who come up with that?
Black women.
Certain black women on the internet.
Black women.
Will, not they didn't come up
Not
with
all,
that.
but not, you know, but
Certain black women on the internet will throw the "you're gay" thing at a man.
the who hurt you,
Yeah.
you're gay.
Oh, so
you
they
know.
trying to hurt you.
It's a lot of that sometimes.
They just trying to, hey,
It's the shame technique.
since I don't
Right.
agree with
You know.
you gay.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Okay.
you know, or you hate
Right,
black
because
women.
they
or you,
understand that, like, you know, that's a thing amongst the male community. So, like, you know,
yeah.
Okay.
we want to make your sexuality seem fragile and make you, you know, seem like you're weak, and that's what's that. But that's not necessarily a thing that should be associated with, because if you're a man having sex with another man, you have to be pretty strong.
I always thought so, but I ain't that strong like that.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about it that way. I guess so. I mean,
Take on some physical. Okay, but anyway,
but I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think that you also see that. No, me and Jay had seen it, but I don't know if you saw the video of the dude who had the 7 baby mamas and said he didn't want to take accountability for any of the kids.
now that's some wrong stuff. Like, hey,
Did you see the video?
I didn't see the video, but y'all told me about it.
Man,
And-
I gotta pull it up.
Yeah,
I gotta pull it up. Yeah, we gotta watch it real quick.
Let's go. I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the majority of times they'll either take the or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Cause I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give what nobody think about it. You're not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These are the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a f***. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to or pay for a book. At what point can I force a woman to go get up? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice.
I got that one.
Right. Well.
All right. So now that we done seen the video, it's
Wow.
Yeah. Did you? So you agree with him?
I'm gonna go here now. This is how I'm gonna speak on, because I gotta speak his truth, and the truth is different levels of truth here.
There's parts that go ahead.
My thing is, he's made it very clear before anything happened that he wasn't gonna do nothing for he didn't want no kids. He wasn't gonna do nothing for him.
Mm-hmm.
So if a woman put it in her mind that this man was the one for her, she made that up.
Yeah.
And if she wanted a kid, she made that up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying it. Now, this is what he's saying. And then he's saying, basically, it didn't take much to get him. So, I mean, basically, it was just like you said, two irresponsible people doing something, and something came out of it. Right. Now, at the end, you could kind of ask yourself, morally, I can't speak for him. You know what I'm saying? At all. But I can speak on the fact that he's speaking, saying this is who he is.
Yeah.
And he's not lying about that. He's being very forward about who he is. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, we not morally saying he's got them values in him. Mm-hmm. But this is how he's speaking, and this is how he's living. And these women are accepting him as a mate. So I don't know what they're expecting from him, but he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Oh, yeah, he did. And that's the thing is, I mean, and there's a point where I'm like, I don't know where you could be that upset, but I get where people are upset, you know, right. Because it's like, well, you are the father and you still.
I ain't lying.
He said he takes accountability, but he doesn't because he doesn't want to raise the kids. And unfortunately, that's part of taking the accountability. But part of taking the actual accountability is to do something about the kids. You can't.
He said, I don't do that.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just saying, but he said he took accountability. So
he did.
Yeah. Right. But he obviously ain't.
I'm going to just lean full into the negativity since y'all are going the moral route.
Okay.
Why don't they just go get some stepdads? Why do I got to be a father to these kids? I told you what it was. Like Dad said, he told them what it was. Mm-hmm. So, F all that. Just go get another dad.
I mean,
that makes more sense to me.
Right, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the thing is, I'm saying, I'm not morally thinking that way or being that way, but he is definitely telling you who he is.
Yeah.
And he's not hiding that. He's saying, I'm telling all of them, I ain't no daddy. I don't want no kids. We just in here doing the do. That's all we doing. We ain't here doing it. And that's it. When I'm done, I don't even look at you as much anyway, because it didn't take me a whole lot to even get in here.
No.
So he definitely not want no kids with that. Now, maybe down the road in his mentality, he seemed like the woman would have to be a goddess or something before he want a child. So I don't know, but whatever he messing with right now, don't count for nothing to him.
Well, no, but they don't. I mean, it really don't count for anything.
Yeah.
But from, I guess the woman's point of view is like, they would probably expect him regardless. And this is a terrible way for them to approach it if they do. Some, I know they got to. They have this mindset that I'm going to have this baby anyway. He's going to be forced to take care of it. The truth is, you can try to legally to like bind this man to like make him take care of the kid, but at a point it's gonna become so exhausting. Some people just give up.
Yeah.
And so they just don't even waste the time legally trying to go through the whole thing. But so I would agree with Jay in the aspect that honestly, the odds of finding a stepdaddy would be much better.
Probably very high.
Much higher than getting him to support any of these kids.
Yeah, because
so you might as well just scratch that effort of like waiting for him to do something and just try to move on and see if anybody else is going to strap on to this, situation.
Right. You might could get a stepdad in a year or two. Getting him back is going to take a 20-year project.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. You working on 20 years,
it just
still trying to get him back. So it ain't, if it happen, it ain't gonna be no time soon.
No.
And it probably, like you said, it ain't happening.
No, he's not.
But I'm gonna work on this. But stepdaddy could be there in a year.
He could be. You can always find you one. Like they always talking about the Sims and the blue pills, and they're out there. There's somebody.
Now I'm gonna take another angle on that. Who wants to be a stepdad?
Well, that's the thing is there's a lot of people talking about like, why would you want to be that?
Right.
I mean, that's really frowned upon in today's society, being a stepdaddy.
Hey.
Even though I'm not going to hate on it because one of my best friends is a stepdad. But I mean, my thing is if you find a situation that suits you.
Right. And you know,
don't worry
that's
about
what's
it.
best because some people, honestly, they're not interested in really having kids.
Right.
And so if there's kids already there, they don't even mind taking care of them sometimes. And they really just will be like, well, we already got a family, care about everybody. Well, heck, everything's here.
Right.
And sometimes people, until they get around kids, might not realize how joyful kids are.
Yeah.
And it brings joy to you seeing them have joy. And sometimes your heart just not right for it.
Yeah.
So mentally, you not really knowing what you thinking because you ain't been around it. So now you get with this girl and she got kids. You like you gonna open, either you gonna accept it, you gonna have to accept that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a girl is gonna date you and like, well, long you keep your kids a distance from them, we good. I mean, she gotta ask herself, once again, that's like the guy telling you right here, I don't want no kid.
Right.
He's saying, long you keep them kids away from me, we good.
Yeah.
And she accept that, then who fault is that?
At the end of the day, it's hard to say it's not hers.
Yeah, because he's saying it.
I mean, he did.
Literally,
He's
saying it, don't bring them around me and we good.
He's saying, I'm going to be a deadbeat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be involved.
Yeah.
I don't want these kids. So, but I will say, like, just telling somebody to have an abortion is kind of terrible because the whole like process of an actual abortion
morals.
It's it's horrible.
Morals, but
we are
also,
not in
you both agreed to be in this terrible position.
But if you not got your morals in order, you gonna make unmoral decisions.
Yeah, you are.
Right.
So that is on the table when it was presented. And it can literally come out that way based on the beginning of their action.
So I was listening to another podcast. I think it was the Daily Wrap Up Crew. And they had this chick on there and she said, and she was talking about men who are stepdaddies. Now, a lot of people on the panel disagreed. And it was like, she was saying, I think men who are stepdaddies are weak or they betas. And like, cause who would want to accept somebody else's kids and whatnot? She kept going on this rant. And honestly, everybody else was starting to think the same thing. I think a lot of people would think, and honestly, I would think that would make the person stronger because they taking care of the weak person who left kids a lot of times.
And what's so bad about actually taking care of some kids if they really don't have a father or somebody in their life to help them, even like little cousins and nephews or whoever in the family, or whatever, look, kids in general. It's like, it's hard to look at a kid and just, you ain't worthy.
No. You don't deserve anything.
No, I ain't got time for you. You really gonna be cold to a little kid?
I mean, there's some people that will
and they are.
Yeah.
Just like that. Get out my face.
But I don't know. I feel like it actually makes those people. I think those are stronger people that actually can do that.
Right. Yeah.
So,
it does take a lot.
Yeah, I think so. And I hate that narrative that like people who do nice things are just deemed as soft or beta. You know what I'm saying? Blue pill.
Hey, when did it become cool to not care?
Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's been
that
cool. Think about 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
That was definitely the case because, well, when I was in school, it was the thing to not care. If you cared, you sucked. You were a loser. You were the square. You were corny. Only people who care are corny. It was the people who were laid back, who were all lackadaisical, didn't really give a crap about anything, didn't try at anything, got all the chicks and all the women and all the attention. Then a lot of them didn't go on to do much else, and thus a lot of people were very
man.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because like participation trophies and stuff like that, all this rewarding motherfuckers for not doing a dang thing out here.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry guys.
Could I ask a question on pertaining to this right here?
Yeah.
Well, at the time, what was the music in the movies and what was going around to kind of, magazines or whatever? What was being promoted at the time?
As far as like what time?
And
During
each
this
respective era.
So
because a lot of that is based on a lot of that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever's being promoted at the time, it's like if you watch, like I always say, you watch the old movies. At the time, it's like this stuff look like it can't even be played on TV.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
Varsity Blues.
Boom.
Varsity Blues was
exactly
that Jonathan Mox. Yeah,
you could not. Yeah, exactly.
He was the guy who didn't care, didn't want to play. He didn't want to even be in the game. He was cold, but he didn't want to play.
Right. Yeah.
He had no ambition to play football, but his dad was out there trying to force him to play. So that was a good one back then because that was a lot. That was a high school sports movie. A lot of people loved watching. It was a cult classic.
And actually, it was like the changing of the guard of whether coach actually ran the team and nobody opposed the coach. Yeah. Because he's the legend. So you don't put your hands on the legend. You don't talk crazy to the legend.
You just do what he says.
You just bow down to the legend. And this, the quarterback guy, he decided he's going to challenge the legend.
Yeah.
Now, most people going to be doomed.
James Vanderbeek.
Yeah. You're going to be doomed in this situation. But he actually broke that, man. I wouldn't be surprised on part 2, he wouldn't been there.
Hey, man.
He started off at his funeral. Hey, Joe, rest in peace, Joe Pop.
Hey, man, no, the way that movie ended, it seemed like the coach died after that game. Cause
they took his soul from it.
That's the only thing he cared about.
He lived and died for winning the conference championship.
The most random thing,
and that's what they were just getting, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. The only thing
it was just a conference.
They never talked about winning state.
Yeah, it was a conference day.
Yeah, we got to win the division.
Yeah, the division.
Got another division title. Like, okay, we won the division again. It's like when Riverdale was out there smacking teams here in Murfreesboro for like 10 straight years. They had 115 straight victories. Every year, we just got to win the division. What about state? As long as we win the division.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't get anybody any hardware.
Because they
got trophies in the movie, obviously, but that's about it.
Did they ever win state?
Riverdale?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won a couple.
Yeah. But they had a lot of good teams in that time. They not like the factory over here like Oakland just running.
They're not what Oakland has become now.
On a state champ, because like I said, they won last year with
there was a rebuilding year.
Rebuilding year,
yeah. So
we all off topic.
I know, man. We done
okay.
A thing in my era that got promoted a lot was gangster rap and music and stuff like that.
Okay.
And, that gangster persona of like bucking against the system and not taking ish from anybody.
Okay.
So like what we were talking about last week with Ja.
Yeah.
Around the same age, which was what we're going to get into next anyway, which was talking about Ja. Influencing, like, sadly. Even more stuff is coming out on Ja now about like him getting posted up in the strip club with strippers all over him with $100,000. Just laying all over the floor. Yeah. Having a great time, but obviously he's not getting right and focused for the Grizzlies, which is just devastating.
Trying to get
who's to say that isn't getting right and getting focused?
And all I know is it doesn't
hold up.
Right.
Jay got a point. Hey, Tiger at his finest.
Yeah,
right.
Was out there.
But he played golf.
I'm just saying, the mindset.
It is.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Ja wasn't playing no bad basketball.
No, but they
and apparently he was doing this before all this came out. He couldn't have just started.
Okay, but I will say they
and
can't
he was
win
playing at a high level.
Yeah, but their problem is he does this every time they go on the road and they can't win on the road. They can't beat anybody on the road.
And I have seen him been just off.
He's been off bad on the road a few times.
Yeah, I mean, it's like these are shots
for 26.
Ja just making it sleep, and it's like he can't make none of them. You're saying, I mean, because Ja just go to hold. It's like you can't stop him.
I mean, yeah, you can have.
And then all of a sudden, it's like he have games where he just can't even make these shots. He can close his eyes and make.
Yeah, but I mean, just
off game. But like I said, it could be the fact, like you say, I'm out kicking it, I'm out drinking, I'm out doing whatever, and I'm not actually putting all my energy into the team. And I will even go here. Back in the day, Michael Jordan, they did all that. All them players back there did that.
Yeah, but
they wasn't under the microscope and had all this social media to expose all that now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you know, you was in an era where you can get away with these things. But like right now with Ja, it's out there. Whatever you do is gonna be exposed. And if he decide for some reason he wanna be street, and like I said, take it to the streets. But when you take it to the pen, they gonna put it in. Yeah. So that's on Ja.
Yeah. But no, that's true though. I mean, that's how he's gonna end up taking it. He's gonna be just like that episode of The Booty Warrior.
Yeah, that black guy.
Yeah, I talking about like from the Boondock. Yeah,
he tell her, you can make it easy, or you can make it hard.
I want to say
but you gonna do what I ask.
Yeah, but the choice is yours.
Yeah, it's yours. It's your choice.
Yeah,
I'm putting it in your hand because I done chose. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
No, he had already decided that you were his target.
That's it.
And he was gonna get it.
Right.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You
need to go seek him out and take care of that because he coming.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's not one of those things you really want to deal with very often.
Yeah, he done decided.
Which is going to be one of the hypotheticals later when we do a Would You Rather.
Right.
It's going to be something that along those lines.
But as far as Ja gonna have to, like I said, I'm praying for him because he's basically my favorite player in the league now.
Yeah.
And favorite team. Enjoying them. Hey, they done took it to another level. Maybe they whooped that trick song that went to his head.
Apparently they're taking it literally, you know? It's just like, man.
So he out there doing something. But at the end of the day, he's young enough and hopefully he can pull himself back in because you don't put yourself in a situation he's in today and decide you just gonna throw it all away for the streets and trying to be, I guess, a part of this rap situation where that don't even add up to much. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't need that. You already got your bag. They cutting their bags in half with folks and splitting them down the quarters and running out of money.
But at least I kept it real.
Oh my God. Hey man, well I was
and that's why you got some of them real ones in jail coming out with different attitudes. Hey, do they come out keeping it real? How do they come out?
It depends. It's
now if you real, you just gonna be real and the real gonna happen to you.
Honestly, there's still a good chunk of them that end up right back in there.
They still perpetuate the same stuff.
But I'm saying that's only because apparently,
of course, it's on them.
And almost maybe you like being locked up around a bunch of men.
I mean, some might.
I mean, that may be because you got to think about that.
But some people just.
I mean, why would I want to keep getting myself trapped up in a house full of dudes?
I mean, maybe someone don't look at it that way. Maybe they don't literally look at it that literal. I mean,
maybe some people look at it. Oh man, I got shelter. I got food.
Yeah, some people is
go to the hospital.
Well, you can't stay at the hospital.
I'm sick. I ain't feeling right. I come in every day.
Yeah, they do kick you out of there at some point.
I'm hitting every hospital in the county.
You'll still end up on the street because you'll run out of hospitals. You know what I'm saying?
Somewhere I'm hanging out, so I can figure it out. I know this. I can figure it out in these streets quicker than I can figure out in a penitentiary.
So a lot of people, like Jay was just saying, they would rather have the shelter and the food than live out on the streets with no shelter, no food, no nothing.
You gonna eat here.
Huh?
Trust me. And Murphy, I speak for Murfreesboro. You need some food. Yeah, you gonna get some food here.
Yeah, let's
You're
keep
not gonna starve.
Let's keep it in real perspective.
A lot of people feed. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there doing good work.
Let's open it past that little small box there.
Yeah, but I just said, I can only go. Yeah, like I said, I can speak for my. Now past that.
Yeah.
It's probably effed up out there.
No, it is. I mean, go outside.
Right? Yeah, I just wanted to get a little small chunk.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the situation's probably better in jail.
Well, that's still I got to figure out something.
Yeah, I mean,
because I just don't see myself wanting to be locked up in this situation for a long time. I mean, just to get them, I'm telling you, could fix. Somebody would give you a meal if you ask, or somebody would do. If you, like I say, you carry, if you have certain morals and values about yourself, God gonna take care. You turn your
but there's a point where you're
that's
just
what I'm
bumming.
saying. But some people are so lost, they don't have no direction, so they might not know.
Yeah.
So when you lost, you can't. It's hard.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to actually deal with situations, and you kind of growing up trying to figure it out on your own. And usually when you in situations like that, you ain't making the right decision, because usually when you young and gotta make them, why you make the one that's wrong? That seems like the easiest route.
Well, because you're young.
Yeah, it's like that seems like it's easy.
Right.
Yeah,
but I mean,
a bad decision is easy.
I'm just saying, a lot of people who are literally out there in the street, like a lot of them, they've exhausted every option. That's why they're out there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's why they're out there, because they are out of options. They don't have any more people to ask and beg to. Usually it's because they had a good heart. They got to ask as long as they did. They had a good soul. But at a point, I'm sorry, but you can only provide so much. Like, why do you have to keep giving to people when they just at some point in time are not doing anything to help themselves? Like, you can try to give them shelter, but they keep bringing drugs into the house, or they keep stealing from you, or doing all sorts of different things. There's only so much you can do. You can only take it so long. And then sometimes they bring in dangerous people around you because they're all strung out, but you're trying to look out for them because you love them, because they've been around you since they were kids. All sorts of different stuff. So, like, the dynamics are hard. But that's what I'm saying. Usually for them to end up on the street, it went through a lot of pain.
Something went wrong
before it went there. I'm not saying Jai's going to end up on the street.
Nah, but it might be in prison.
But I will say, like, the thing with Jai that bothers me is, like, where's the blame on the parents? Because there's a point, like, should they not be looking out, doing a little bit more? Because it's like, he shouldn't be out kicking it now.
Well, it's portrayed a little bit as though, and it's possibly true, that his dad had became his friend instead of his father.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, he got the money, and Jai is grown. And I tell my son, you grown, you make your decision. But it's a certain point, if I see you doing something, your uncle or anybody gonna tell you, Jay.
Yeah. No.
You can't do that.
This isn't the way.
No, you can't. I'm just saying there's a point. Right. Everybody gonna respect you being grown, but everybody gonna say something if they seeing you doing something stupid.
Yeah. Right. And that's that's because I'd like to say, I believe our family would like to say we hold people very accountable in certain situations. Maybe not as much as we could all the time, but overall, somebody's going to, let's just say, squander millions of dollars. I think there's going to be a long list of us. It's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? Like, it might even bypass the first 3 or 4 of us. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I would say this. If mama know you done had that, she done had that conversation with you, and she done cleared it up.
Man, Jay done made it
straight
big
at you.
Right.
Because, like I say, she gonna speak on it.
Yeah.
Everybody else might be, say something, but she gonna probably tell the raw truth about it.
You gonna have a couple missed calls. I was gonna say he's gonna have a couple missed calls. Because while he's all strung out with the money, with guns all over like John Morant, he's gonna have missed calls from mom over here trying to be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, you gonna have a raw conversation.
Right.
Not know. I'm trying to figure out. I'm telling you what I know and what you finna do. That's that conversation.
Yeah.
Not how you doing, what's going on. I'm telling you. But, hey, it's like that. And that's what I figure his dad should be doing now.
Right.
Because I'm saying, you at a point, like I say, it's just like, I know Greg was trying to compare our ages around how I act or did or whatever, but I didn't have a bag and I wasn't in the NBA. Well, so I'm kind of a little bit, need to be a lot more responsible than the average 23-year-old at the time. So, because I know I have things I could lose.
But the point he's trying to make when he's saying that,
I know I've seen you, That's you got more going for you.
That doesn't change you having more going for you. That's great that you have more responsibilities. That doesn't mean it resonates with you like that because you're still that age. It just happens to be there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, but I'm saying this should be there, but apparently it's not.
No.
And I'm thinking I was assuming it was there because he was brought up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah, but once again, got
assuming.
Lost.
And that's why I said, now the daddy probably out at the strip club.
It's hard to stay focused if one of them gets lost.
And that's what I'm saying. He might be just doing the same thing his son doing.
Exactly. That's the point.
So
it's hard for him to see it if his dad and the guidance he's supposed to have is doing that with him.
And I have seen videos, I kind of like, here's a video he at home. He had like a bottle of something, you know what, whiskey bottle, just drinking on. And I'm like, he at home chilling, you know, they having a backyard cookout.
Yeah.
You know, they're just chilling. But he did have the bottle.
Right.
You know, not a cup.
Not a cup. A
glass. A glass. He had the bottle.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Walking around with
ripping it by the
there is quite the difference.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's that snow on the bluff stuff right there.
It's like, well, you don't dig into it too much, but you see it, you know. But and like I said, at the end of the day, I'm definitely not. I want my best favorite ball player back on the court doing what he do, and I hope he loved what he's doing. Yeah, because I love watching him do it. And I know still the Grizzlies holding together, winning, putting W's up. But if they're going to do anything and compete, they got to have Ja. They got to.
I'm going to throw a quick theory out there.
Okay.
What if this is just all a ploy to give Ja Morant the most incredible underdog story of the next year?
It would be the stupidest thing I'd ever seen.
Well,
would it?
It would be dumb.
Yeah, you come back from stupidity.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't even get redemption from this. Now, if he had cancer or he was done broken leg or something,
or he was shot.
Oh, yeah, something. Yes, give me something.
Not because he was doing all this stuff.
I can't give you a comeback from stupidity.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, you never even had to put yourself in that situation. And you did it. Now I'm gonna reward you. It's kind of like the participation trophy now.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Like since you learned how not to be stupid,
you found a way to not blow 160 million plus. Right. You didn't blow 200 million.
Right. That's the generation.
For not being stupid for 2 years in a row.
Right. Why would that not pop off if my people are about to take over and, you know, become the main audience? Of course, we got to change with the times.
It's because my people, G's people, Greg's people, Marlon's people are still alive. And we will not accept it.
No.
We will not bow down. That is why. That is nonsense.
That got to go. No, we ain't doing
it's probably going to get ridiculous.
It probably will be.
Now, you can go out there and start talking in a better way and being more positive and whatever, and grow your image as it grows. Because a lot of times, once you put damp on yourself like that, people can have a hard time letting it go. And, you know, people keep that, that's that guy that did such and such and such, you know, and that's 20 years later.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you how long that lasts. And now he could come back. Maybe, I don't know what the situation is. It went from a 2-game suspension or indefinite
it was
to
a 4.
It started out at a 2.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it started out as we didn't know what was going on. But it went to 2, then it went to 4. Now we'll see what happened after 4. But at least one thing, I think in Colorado, they did drop whatever that might be.
Yeah.
And I think his main, and then I think the gun, something about it was a fake gun. It was just a lighter. So he might be saying he got the fake gun lighter on the plane and everything. So he got a way out.
I mean,
they done come up with a way out.
I mean, legally, I feel like most of his stuff legally gonna go away. My problem is him was partying.
It's just that
it's the kicking it. It's
like I say,
but that leads to him doing all the stupid stuff with the guns. Him going out kicking it, drinking and having a good time is what's leading him to do stupid stuff on Instagram. Like that's what's leading to it. So,
and see, my whole point, like, if obvious the team don't want to make their own self suffer.
Yeah.
So I'm aggressive, and I'm looking into it, and I'm digging, and I want to do what's best for John Morant.
Yeah.
It's getting back on that court, but that I'm gonna be tough on my words and everything. But at the end of the day, I believe the team will figure a way to get him back on the court.
Yeah. No, I figured.
And now, once you get him back on that court, you gonna also try to make sure he get guidance and direction, and hopefully his father is that guy.
Man, you can hope.
I mean, just because this man didn't raise his child up to this point, not to be able to raise his child.
Right.
I would like to believe so.
Yeah.
I would like to believe so.
Yeah.
But boy, I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to lose faith. You know, and I need them to I need them to help me with some redemption soon.
Right. Yeah, well, when 4 games up, we'll find out.
Well, right now, it's not looking like it's looking like that's going to be
6 or 7 or 8 or 50 or whatever. We'll find out after 4 games what it's going.
We'll see. Yeah, we will. Well, you know, I guess we're going to come back with some sports probably a little bit after this, but we're going to kill it for the first half of the WTB. Thanks for tuning in with us. Holla back at you. Peace. And welcome back to the WTB. And once again, we're going to get into another game of Would You Rather. This week I got a couple random ones. I said we were talking about earlier about, I guess, slavery and imprisonment and whatnot. And actually, I don't have this one written down, but this is one that I had. It was, would you rather spend 10 years in prison, or would you have to be an 1800 slave for 1 year?
Oh, man.
10 and 1.
Yeah. I'm talking about you got to get the beatings
treated less than
and the
human.
lashes. Yeah, I'm talking they making you eat the slop. You live outside. They beating you. You got to call them massa. You licking their shoes. Or you got to spend 10 years in prison. And I'm talking about the booty warrior prison too.
Woo!
Yeah,
man.
Good Lord! You know what? 10 years in prison, or 1 year, 1800 slave. And I might. It's almost like you get in bad situations either way.
It's bad.
So you might as well take the lesser time.
Because the prison term is today.
Yeah, it's like 10 years is a long time for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And 1 year slave, you know, it was 12 years on the movie, but 1 year slave, if I know for sure it's over, I'm gonna do the 1 year slave. I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna do it. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir. You know, I'm gonna put on my best slave outfit in my hand. Everything. What, boss? It was him, boss. I'm telling on folks.
Hey,
right.
I was about to say,
anything you need, boss, come to me.
So he's going with
I'm all in on that slave because I'm going to be a sold out slave for at least a year.
Now, you know they on that plantation too.
Hey, they can break me in prison for 10.
Yeah, they can.
But I'm going to tell boss.
Jay, what are you thinking?
I think, fortunately, in my situation, I might just get lucky and be in the house.
Might just take to prison?
No, I mean like in the slave
Oh,
situation.
no. There is no, that option doesn't exist.
Jay trying to use his complexion.
First of all, you're a demon child back there anyway.
Hey, Jay, like I could cook.
First of all, they love you.
Jay gonna be like showing him his pictures on his phone. Like, look at here, I could cook. You know, look at these meals I be putting together.
Right.
You know, y'all can use me.
Right.
Yeah, I can lay it out for you.
First of all, they've been already like killed Jay before he even got to like conception. Once they found out he had mixed blood, blood.
Yeah, you could have got caught up in a bad situation.
So yeah, you out in the field. So what are you thinking now?
So he got to go to booty prison.
Hey, is that what he thinking?
I'd still probably be a slave, honestly.
Slave for a year?
Yeah. Except I'm gonna be acting up. I'll probably die.
They ain't gonna make it.
They gonna kill Jay in that year.
No, they'll definitely catch me up.
Y'all
and
ain't
around.
got no Kanye.
You know what I'm saying? I think, man.
Right? Yeah. How am I supposed to get down to this?
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, that's tough. I can make an argument for making it 10 years in prison. I can make an argument because if you're lucky enough, you might not face too much absolute hell up in there. It could be bad all 10 years, but you might not be the worst experience. You might only a couple times.
One too many.
I know, but I'm saying that one
is too many.
But the 1 year on the plantation, you can get.
So yeah, I'm telling on everybody.
We're also gonna have to censor that word, by the way.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh
Please.
the R word.
Refrain from using it heavily because that is one of the ones that will get you
Canceled.
not just canceled, but like removed. Off
Okay.
YouTube.
Yeah. They'll kill my
Kill the
my
career
Gmail.
short. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it, I'm gonna have to spend a long time on the edit.
Right. Yeah.
You can censor the part.
Well, I will, but dang it. Oh well. But we'll continue. But still, yeah. Either way, that's you can do that every day on the plantation as well. It can happen to you out there.
Right.
Well,
And I'm just saying, you can go through 10 years where maybe you don't have to deal with as much crap. You can read some books, find God, all sorts of different things in prison. And by the time you're out, you rehabilitate. But that 1 year on the plantation might scar you. Back away from them cookies, dog. Hey, I know you, AJ. I know you. And hey, that 1 year, you saw me them before, but that 1 year on the plantation might scar you beyond those 10 years in prison.
Okay, so here's my other question.
But I'm taking that 1 year
for the situation.
Yeah.
Am I earning a wage?
There's no wage either way, man. There ain't no wage.
No, as a prisoner.
You know what your wage is?
You're earning nothing either way.
You lucky I ain't kill you today.
No, like today, people can send you money.
Right, yeah. No, I mean, like, if I could find a way to, like, make some money. I know that they got like some sort of system in prison where you can like buy goods and items and all that.
Well, like, you're gonna be able to buy
Jay
stuff.
said,
like,
y'all put this money on my books.
If you can, it
bring
works
me
like it does
supply,
today.
whatever. Keep me good and I keep y'all good.
I'm saying it works like it does today. So
maybe I could finesse something out of that, but
see, I'm telling you, there's more possibilities being in prison.
All right.
As a slave,
I can get the Xbox and make it happen.
you might be able to do something. They have phones in prison now.
Right.
Okay.
Just saying, on the plantation, it ain't nothing but getting whipped and you don't know how to read and they won't teach you.
I'm taking a real hard chance here.
Yeah, I mean, that 1 year, they could be tough. But I mean, I don't know. If anybody
But you
else
could get a good old slave mouth. He's like, I don't like beating them all the time.
No, in this scenario,
and if they just do what I need them, I'm out there and I'm just picking. I mean, I'm doing a good job, boss.
There is no good slave owner in this scenario.
It could have been a half decent.
And this one is that they all the same. They all love beating
Maybe
Negroes.
I got lucky.
Beating blacks is their specialty. All of them.
I got the hookup for you down here, Bob.
Right. Well, let me see. So the next one is: would you rather be stuck in a room with 1,000 snakes or 1,000,000 spiders, all kinds?
Oh man,
I'm done either way.
Yeah, but 1,000 snakes. I'll take my chances with the snakes. I have an irrational fear of spiders, and like depending on various sizes and all that,
Yeah,
I think I mean I'm screwed by a snake, but like I feel like I could handle a snake before I could handle a spider, and that's like a little crazy, right?
You did watch snakes on the plane, right?
I did,
but
but
all kinds of snakes
there's
on
no
there.
anaconda in the snakes.
Yeah.
Because anaconda's too
what
big.
Is 1,000 like little green snakes, garden snakes? If it's 1,000 little wimpy
it's all
garden
kinds of snakes. It's all kinds, just like all kinds of spiders.
Okay, if they not poison.
Well, the thing is, not all spiders are poisonous either.
Right. I'm slaughtering 100 snakes. If that's the case, if it's all garden snakes, I'm
dead either way. Either way
Right.
I go, I'm dead. I wouldn't make it.
With the spiders, I'm locked in a room, like a room this big with 1,000,000 spiders in
What
here.
if I was to give you one weapon? You are given a machete.
Okay, 1,000 snakes.
Snakes. I'm just chopping heads. Yeah.
I'm say you can hope with them snakes, but they still coming.
Yeah, because spider you with just a hatchet. I don't know if you
now.
hit.
If I gave you a counter weapon that would help you kill the spiders better,
like what?
I will give you one air spray with a lighter.
Oh,
Okay, well, yeah, I do
I
the
need more
spider.
airspray.
That's all I give you though. You
And
got
then
like
they're flaming spiders. So
That's
that's
it.
the
You got
problem.
one- you got one bottle
The
of-
spiders are on fire.
yeah, hey, you got one bottle of
That's a
hairspray.
much larger problem. Now,
What's that
now
bigger
I got
problem?
flaming spiders running around.
But they burning.
Right? Yeah,
they're
they're
burning.
burning and dying, but I'm also burning.
See,
and
I'm
dying
looking at
'cause
these snakes like
Right.
snakes on a plane. You know, I
Right,
got the
yeah.
little hatchet and they come all over the place, just, all different sizes.
Oh, man.
And here I'm
Yeah.
just trying to cut off heads. And I don't know if I really, and then like I say, you got some hairspray and a lighter,
Hey, you got
Now,
flame.
what, if they own me already? Am I pushing them back,
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
give you a
bro.
room where there is a little bit of room to walk. We talking about 5 feet, where you're not gonna make contact with spiders or snakes. So you got a little bit of wiggle room before they can attack, pounce on you, etc.
I just feel like that million spiders, boo.
It's a lot of spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thousand snakes is a lot of snakes, and I'm not talking about small ones.
I gotta hope that like
I'm
the
dead
1,000
either way.
snakes,
Either
some of those
way.
snakes are probably gonna start beefing with each other. Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna give you a gun.
I'm dead.
Right? A gun?
I'm dead either way.
Well, what do you choose to do with
I'm
that
gonna
gun?
need Jesus Christ in the room. That's how he gonna
So
have
my
to be
thing is,
present.
well, you know what? That's too dark. I ain't gonna go there. What you
Right,
do with that bullet? But there
Right,
you go.
yeah.
So we can go ahead and move on to the next. Well, me personally, I think I would choose. I'm taking the spiders.
Okay, why?
I'm gonna hope I can just smash them all. That's it. I'm just gonna hope I can smash.
But as
every-
soon as you was like,
Hey, I
go in
know
there,
it's terrible.
thousands
You just jumping on your
just
foot.
like on your leg.
Yeah, and then you gotta shake them off. and-
I'm just praying that
Yeah, you gonna be stomping.
I'm gonna take whatever clothing I have, and I'm wrapping my face, and I'm just going in, and that's it. Because I just don't want to get my face bitten over and over. I'll take all the rest of them, but
Right.
them snakes, I know they're eventually going. One of them, they start trying to all bite you up and suck you
wrap,
up,
yeah.
and just
Right.
Yeah, they too strong.
and they start strangling you too.
Yeah, snakes are
Right.
strong.
Yeah, they are strong.
I mean, you might have a
But
chance to
I
survive some of them
still-
poisons, maybe if spiders.
Hey.
I'd still take my chance with the snakes.
Now the thing is, there's no guarantees in this mix how many poisonous ones there are, but there are poisonous ones.
Like I said,
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it either way at the end of the day. So
And I mean, I've seen like some of the terrible snake bites that you can get, like where
yeah.
they like cause necrosis or whatever in
Yeah,
like
they-
your hand or
Well,
whatever.
and that's
swells
one
up.
thing.
Look like Free Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bite from either one of them
Right.
Could be
It's-
terrible.
can
But, I mean,
paralyze
with the
you,
snake,
and
yeah, with the
and it
snake,
could be either
at
way.
least you get like with spiders, it's like just venomous and like it melts your flesh. With like
That
snakes,
sounds terrible.
right? Yeah, I know.
Well, that's it. That's
But
it.
With snakes, like hopefully you become paralyzed and numb, and then you can just go out peacefully. Maybe.
Ain't no, you just,
Maybe they can hit quick.
Hey, they
Right.
gonna numb you up as they slowly devour you. I mean,
Right,
that
yeah.
sounds terrible.
They can hit me quick. You
Ooh.
know,
I think I'd rather just melt.
like I
spiders
said,
that
I
do.
ain't gonna make it either way.
Now, okay. Now the last one is another combat one. It's so I remember actually mom proposed this to me a long time ago. Would you rather fight one big duck the size of a horse or 100 mini horses the sizes of a duck?
One big duck.
The size of a horse,
Oh,
or 100 mini horses the sizes of a duck?
I'd take the little baby horses. Now I'm kicking them like
They
you
gonna
said.
kick
Now,
I'm kicking a
in this
dog
circumstance,
stew
yeah,
out
yeah.
of 'em.
I feel like I could definitely demolish 100 duck-sized horses, but for the sake of entertainment and just being funny, I'll take the horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
I want to challenge.
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking I might try that duck. We might see how it goes. I don't know if I can
I've
handle.
seen a duck's teeth and a duck's mouth, and it is god awful what is going on inside of like the duck bill. Have you ever seen a duck's teeth?
No.
It's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
but-
not.
Now imagine it on a horse duck.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's
It
gonna
could
be.
bite my whole
That's
little
what I'm
arm off.
saying. It becomes
But-
dangerous.
But
Right.
it's a duck.
It's a
How
duck.
strong is its legs? Now, the legs might be pretty powerful, but
Right.
if you can take out one of them,
Right.
pretty much got him.
Right.
I mean, what's he going to hit you with from the side?
Hey,
Right.
I mean-
flap his little wings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take something to him to the
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Now them mini horses,
I'm
you're gonna be having
putting
to
my
kick and
foot
stomp a lot of
all up
horses,
in
and they
these
don't
little
stop.
baby horses.
Can you imagine a bunch of angry horses? Speaking of that, like my coach pitch team was the wild horses, but still, like, can you imagine a whole bunch of like 100 horses just running around trying to kick you, stomp you, jump on you? Like, that's a lot of horses at
The
one
size
time.
of a duck. And I'm like saying, nah, I got my foot just
No,
kicking.
I mean, you gotta imagine a duck, off the ground, they can be
It's
decent
nice
size.
size, but I'm like,
AJ's. AJ might be a little bigger, but
yeah, AJ a little
AJ's
bigger.
bigger, much bigger than a duck.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
hey,
hurt my foot.
if he's horse size now, if he's a little horse duck, he might be like AJ size.
Well, that's a lot of horses. That's I'm gonna break my foot.
I'm saying, man, that's a lot of horses. They're gonna be tough. That's some strong meat,
Right,
they
yeah.
kicking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
But
all
I still feel like I could handle all hundreds of them. But yeah, just for the sake of being funny, yeah, I'd take on a horse-sized duck.
okay. Well, if anybody else has a different opinion, please list it
And
in the
then I'm
comments.
aware it's fur, or not fur, but it's feathers.
Yeah, I was about to
As
say that seems interesting enough. I don't know.
Right.
But please, yeah, if you have anything for us, please throw it in the comments. That would be interesting. I'd like that. So,
Like to hear from you.
but no, please like, share, and subscribe. Things that we have mentioned 1,000 times. But I know Jay wanted to get back into what we were talking about earlier, which was what?
When did it become cool to not care?
I don't give up. If it's right or wrong.
Right.
Like I say, nowadays it's not cool to not care. You're supposed to care now.
Mhm.
You're a loser and outcast if you don't
You're
care.
supposed to care too much.
Yeah, almost to a fault.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know when it really started. I just know like when I was in school, like in the 90s, that seemed like it was really big then. A lot of movies, a lot of stereotypes then is how a lot of it seemed like it carries on probably even now, probably in school for kids is like, the more nonchalant, the cool kid, reserved, slick the hair back. They're the ones who either,
Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes early, drinking
Got that
early.
pack of Marlboro,
got
baby.
all the bad habits early.
Right.
They're the ones who most people think are cool. And that's the one that people gravitate to. For whatever reason. They got access to stuff that others don't for whatever reason.
They tend to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But like you say, they're really not doing that, but they just happen to be the one hip on what's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's appealing to talk to somebody that seems like they know something you don't know.
Well, was it like that when you were in school too?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's like, it's kind of like, but like I say, you had people that were just attracted to each other and then got to know each other.
Yeah.
But just like in most high school situations, you have certain popularity.
Yeah.
Like I used to tell Jay, get on the football, get you a uniform. You're going to become popular just by that.
Just by wearing the uniform.
Yeah, I got a uniform.
Right, yeah.
Your girlfriend, you can go out there telling you out there killing and you ain't touched the field. She might not even know you was on the field, but she knows she got your jersey on.
Right.
So, this is my baby killing. You don't even have a shoulder pads or a helmet on.
I try to tell them this is a flimsy argument for high school
Yeah.
because they're going to find out. They're going to know. Somebody's going to say, shoot, he don't play.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
you
but
talking about?
I'm just saying,
He gonna be the biggest
she
joke in
might
school.
not know, but it might get related.
And then it goes downhill for her.
Yeah.
After she found out she was a joke for the last 3
Yeah.
weeks, thinking that her man was out there
My
playing the
man
whole
out there,
time.
the man up in here.
This man quit forever ago.
He stole it. He stole the jersey.
He just never gave his jersey back.
Hey,
crazy.
they come get the jersey off of it. That's
Nah,
how
man,
you
the guy-
found out.
Yeah, what it is, he just
Right.
wear it every
Yeah.
Friday, and the football team questions him all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why are you still wearing that jersey? You don't play
Man,
for us anymore.
I
It's like,
quit.
man, I just wear it so I don't get no questions anymore. I get sick of it. So like, that's it. No, just gotta keep up that charade.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy right there.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. It just seems a little odd. Like it always correlates to school.
A lot of it is to school because it's about, being around peers and stuff like that, social settings. I feel like anytime you have a chance for people to stand out amongst others. And and that's a lot of it. Who's going to attract the most people? For that reason, a lot of people attract to people who seem to not care because people can always be themselves around those people a lot of times.
And just to add to that, sometimes the people that don't care are sometimes the people that just always had it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been living a good life all my life, and I'm at a point, you know, I could act that way based on the fact I don't have to care. Yeah. It's always been there.
Yeah,
and a lot of things develop when you develop caring deeply is usually because you didn't have something, or you lost something, or you've been put in some bad situations. Now you realize I care, you know, and I need, you know, this hurt me. This put me in a bad situation.
Yeah.
But if I ain't been in none and I'm just living a good life, it's kind of hard to, because you wake up every day, it's there for you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of hard to have that extra motivation to just, you know, I really care. You know what I'm saying? Not that, you know, you live in a, you know what I mean, just a bad person either, but, you know, some people just don't have to have that extra drive.
Yeah.
To just, I'm living life, basically.
Right.
You know?
And so then people do that, and then they carry that attitude and mentality for like however many years of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point they reach a little plateau and they're like, dang, I need to care, and I need somebody to care for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They do reach a point sometimes, where they do need to develop some passion in something.
Right.
Unless they're still taking care of everything they need to on the side. I mean, but usually sometimes some people who are so lackadaisical, they ain't paying attention to everything they need to. But also in the sense that G was talking about, some people are usually just way more free-spirited, free-minded. They just, they've already had everything they needed. And sometimes they already have the guidance they need. So like, I was kind of like that guy in college. I cared, but I was way more laid back than I was like in high school. Because in college, I already figured I was going to get through college because it was already pretty much predestined. I was going to have to make it, or I was going to be shamed by the family. Not really, but it felt that way. So that was just kind of a driving.
It was close.
That was just a behind the scenes motivation for him, because it was one of those things I was naturally going to do it. I was like, I'm going to get through college. So it got to the point where a lot of times I barely even went to class. I was just out kicking it most of the time. We're hanging out at my place. People just showed up. And for whatever reason, people showed up daily, and there was a lot of people,
homework.
A lot of days, and people would just come by just to hang out, play video games,
to work on projects.
I mean, whatever.
No.
I mean, no, honestly, I mean, people did do their work at my place too. So I mean,
no, we would have a group study.
We did. I mean, it's fun to joke about, but we did. I mean, literally everything took place at usually my place, whether it was having fun.
We got to figure this out tonight, y'all. The test tomorrow.
Yeah,
no.
So, but yeah. So, and never mind. But
okay. Well, I'm gonna end this off with this. Do you care, Michael?
It depends on what.
Just in general.
I guess.
Would you describe yourself as somebody who cares?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I care about people and what happens to them, stuff like that. I don't want necessarily a negative outcome for anybody unless I just truly despise them, which is very, 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 very few people.
Right.
And even for them, I don't really want a negative outcome for them. I just don't want to deal with them anymore. Like, that's it. I don't want anything bad for anybody. I just, if everybody succeeds, great. I just know inevitably not everybody can succeed. I wish that was the case.
Right. What about you, Dad? Do you care?
I work for my Heavenly Father, and whatever He returns to me, I appreciate it.
What about you?
I care a lot.
So,
and that's all I got. All right. So,
all right,
then, yeah.
Sorry, so we're gonna wrap it.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, now we're gonna wrap up the WTB here today. Next week, Greg will be back with us, hopefully, and we'll have our whole 4-way team. So that way we can go ahead and do our thizzle and have a good time. But, once again, please like, share, and subscribe. Please stay tuned in to the WTB, and we'll be back with you. Peace.
Holla at your boy.